Hello and welcome to my fellow seekers of a balanced and energized life. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating concept, and it's one that might just revolutionize the way you approach your daily routines. Right? We live in a world where seeking altered states of consciousness or shifting our mood has become rather commonplace, right? Coffee for an energy boost, weed to unwind, wine to relax. Right? These substances have really kind of become our companions in pursuit of these temporary shifts in the way that we feel. So in this video, I'm going to share with you an incredible alternative that's safer, it's natural, and it's already in your medicine cabinet, right? So let's be honest, right? We all have those moments when we're searching for a quick fix to shift our mood or our energy. Right? The most common substances in the world that we use, right? We turn to coffee for that jolt of alertness, pick us up in the morning. We might turn to cannabis to ease some anxiety, some stress, to promote a sense of calm. And a lot of people turn to alcohol, right? To wind down or maybe to provide a social lubricant. We seek these substances for one reason and one reason only, right? To alter our state, to feel different, even if it's just for a moment, right? That's often what we're looking for. I feel tired and I want to feel alert, I'm going to drink a coffee, right? I feel stressed and I want to wind down, I'm going to have a glass of wine, right? We are attempting to alter our state. But what if I told you that you have an innate tool, right? Something that's with you all the time that allows you to achieve the same, if not better, results, right? And this is where we unlock the power of our breath. Right? Breath work is not just about inhaling and exhaling, right? It's a potent tool of self-regulation. It really is the fastest way we can achieve a change in our state. Right? Just like sipping on a cup of coffee will give you an alertness, right? A specific breathing pattern can awaken your senses and make you feel a little bit more focused and alert. Right? Similarly, just as a glass of wine can calm your nerves, right? A deliberate breathing technique can induce relaxation, right? Can reduce stress. And so it's really about recognizing what type of breath am I going to use to achieve this desired state, right? I have this desire to shift my state. How can I bring breath in and replace an external tool with an internal one? Because unlike the substances we often turn to, right? Breathwork comes with no side effects, right? Well, only positive ones, right? You don't get jitters from excess caffeine. You don't get the kind of haziness or cloudiness that often people get from cannabis. And there's definitely no hangover that most people experience from alcohol. Right? Instead, you're left with a clear mind, a balanced body, and an energized spirit. And so breathwork should not be seen as a quick fix, right? It's a sustainable practice that begins to nurture your well-being and your ability to regulate your state, right? The shifts that you're looking for can come from this internal, right? So imagine having this kind of like portable tool, right, that can alter your state in real time, anywhere you are, in whatever situation you're in. Right? You're about to give a presentation and you need to be focused. You're winding down after a long day and you need to chill, right? Your breath can just be your secret weapon. It's always with you. It's ready to help you navigate the kind of ebb and flow of life. And guess what? It requires no equipment. It's free. So, much like, selecting the right coffee blend or maybe the right glass of wine, different breathwork techniques serve different purposes. And this is why it always comes back to the principles that underlie breathwork, right? We've got invigorating practices that are going to boost our energy. We've got calming practices that are going to soothe our mind. You can create your own breathwork toolkit, right? But you need to have an understanding of the principles. Otherwise, you're just kind of like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, right? So this really opens up this opportunity or this doorway, right? To not being dependent on external substances, right? To kind of liberating yourself and being in control of your state. Because what if you wake up in the morning and you're out of coffee, right? Do you then not have a tool to give yourself that little boost and alertness and energy that you're seeking? We could apply this scenario in so many different situations. If we get dependent or reliant on these external tools, what if they're taken away? So if you are, a seeker of mindful living, of, conscious awareness around your behaviors and the choices you make, let's embark on a journey of liberation, right? Let's challenge the notion that we need substances to change how we feel, right? And this is, let me be very clear, not to say you should never drink coffee, you should never drink wine, you should never partake in cannabis, right? If those things give you a positive benefit and you use them intentionally, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I drink coffee most days, I occasionally partake in alcohol, I occasionally partake in cannabis, right? But I do it intentionally. It's not a crutch. It's not that I need the coffee to wake up. It's not that I need a glass of wine to wind down. It's that I choose to engage in those things in social situations, right? And so this is not just to say these are all bad, but if you are wanting to, break that cycle of dependency, become less reliant, then you need to replace these things. Just abstaining and saying, I'm not going to drink coffee anymore, doesn't seem to work that well. But if you're like, I'm going to replace that with breath work, then there's no hole, right? There's nothing that you're now seeking to fill. It's like, cool, I've just replaced it with a different tool. People have been, manipulating their state through breath for thousands of years. And let's revisit that and through a modern light, right? Replace the quick fixes with a profound practice. Embrace breathwork as your tool of self-regulation and start to discover a world where shifting your state is as simple as taking a conscious breath or two, right? And so if you're ready to free yourself from this cycle of dependency that so many of us find ourselves in, let's take this breathwork journey together. You can ask some questions in the comments, you can subscribe, you can join our free community, but I just encourage you to stay mindful and breathe with intention.